Welcome to my Photoshop for graphic design training. In this video, I'm going to be sharing principles and tips that you need to know where achieving successful design is concerned. And I'm also going to be teaching you how to use Photoshop to achieve a successful poster using one of the design I received from a designer. So without any further ado, let's start. If you wish to watch the tutorial where I critique this design, simply make use of the link in the description section of this video. Okay, so I'm going to create a new document. So I'll make my document size 900 by 900, and I'm going to use 100 as my resolution. So the reason why I'm using this frame size is because I know all the images I'm going to be using to achieve this project are coming from the internet. All right, they are not stock images. So I decided to do this so you guys can practice. Okay, so I'm going to click on the create button now, and I'm going to go to the design and look for the perfect image. I think this is it. So I'm going to drag this and drop here and select the pen tool and make sure this is on parts. And I'm going to take out the strawberry image like that. Boom. So I'm going to hit Command Enter to convert the part to a marquee and add a layer mask. So I'm going to hit Control I to reverse the mask. So then I need an image that can help me project this image right. Making this obvious, making it capture people's attention is very important, which is what I noticed the designer did not do well here on that. So let's quickly fix that now. I'm still going to continue with the style from the designer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my screen so you guys can see how I was able to search for this image. So I searched for hill grass field, and I was able to get options from Google. All right. And so among the options I got from Google, I preferred this. So I'm going to drag this and drop into my Photoshop application. I'm doing this so you guys can see how I pick my images. All right, so yeah, so I've gotten the image I'm going to use, and the reason why I decided to pick this among the list of images I got from Google is because, number one, I have this light effects, this sunlight effect on the field, but if I place my image above it, it's going to add more to the boosting and the making my focus here more visible. All right. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this bigger. So I'm going to convert this to a smart object because I don't want to lose the quality of the image. So I'm going to make this real big like that. And I'm going to position this somewhere here. Then we're going to move this down a bit like so. Now you can see that the grass now is now projecting a perfect image clearly. And I believe you guys can agree with me on that. So I'm going to make this go up a little bit more. All right, then the next thing I'm going to do is to make copy of this. So I'm going to drag this and drop on the new layer icon and move this down like that. So it's time to blend our background. So I'm going to add the layer mask to the image and select the brush tool and make my brush bigger, and then go to my brush settings here and make sure I'm on the soft round brush. Then flow should be on, let's say, 14. All right, so the reason I'm doing this is because I want to be able to control the strength of my brush. So make sure your foreground here is set to black. All right, because you need to be on the opposite color of your layer mask. So I'm going to quickly take this out to blend the images together like that. Good. So yeah. So this should go down a bit more. Yeah, it's fine. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to go search for grass image. All right. So I've gotten my grass image from Google. So I'm going to show you guys. So this is the grass image I'm going to use. All right. And the reason why I'm using this image is because I want it to look like this. The grass image is close to us. All right. Which is also part of creating depths in your project. All right, so I'm going to save this and I'm going to drag and drop this to my Photoshop application. So I'm going to place the grass image, not grass image here, and make this bigger, and this should come right about here, like so. But right now the grass image is looking like it's looking too bright. All right, and that is not really okay, which is also part of what I was trying to explain in this design here. So there's the part of controlling the value of your artwork. So for those of you that don't understand what I'm saying about the playing with the value, you can watch the video where I critique this design. All right, I'm going to drop the link in the description section of this training. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate levels. All right, and I'm going to select the clip icon because I only want this to affect the grass layer. All right, so I'm going to move this down like that. Now you see we're beginning to have that unity between the two images. All right, so I'm going to move this down like that and still make this go darker like that. Good. Then I'm going to make copies of this. So I'll hit Control J, and this particular one needs to be okay. Let's make this one bigger, more like that, and this should come down like so. This bigger. So this should come right about here. That. So this should come here. So yeah, I'm gonna move this up a bit like so. Okay. Then yeah. Then we can now put these two in a group. So what I'll do is I'm gonna take out the levels away from the grass and shift select the two layers and hit Control G, and then select the level layer again and select the clip icon. All right, now why I did that is because I want the levels to affect the two, grass image. Then there's another thing we need to also do here, which is making copies of this, because guys, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to create a scene. We're trying to create a picture that looks real. So for those of you that don't know, we are doing photo manipulation here. All right, so I'll move this up a bit like that, so actually make it look like, yes, the glass is actually in between the grass. So I'm going to move this here, or right click and say flip horizontal and just push this down like that. So this particular grass here needs to be a bit darker. All right, so which is also part of how you create depth. All right, so what I'm going to do is on this particular one here, I'm going to make this, let's just use curve for this. So I'm going to select the clip icon and move this down. So now you see now that we're beginning to make the focus on the illustration more stronger. Then the other thing we need to do is to change our sky image. All right, so I'm going to get another sky image and use that to really make this project more interesting. All right, so then I'm going to switch to my Photoshop application. So these are the two images that I copied from Google. So see how I'm going to use these two images here. So I'm going to hide the two images first. To let's put this in a group. So I'm going to shift select the images and select the layer, and then go to select menu here and say select sky. So Photoshop is going to help with selecting the sky. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a group. All right, and move this group here and add a layer mask to the group. Then we need to reverse the mask. So I'm going to hit Control I to reverse the mask. All right. And I'm going to draw a marquee selection here, because if you look at my mask here, I'm going to hold on Alt and click. You notice we don't have the black, color at the top here. So what Photoshop is doing now is any part where we have the white color is going to be visible. So we don't want this upper part to be visible. So I'm going to hold on Alt and click on the layer mask again, and I'm going to apply the black color on my foreground here which will be Alt backspace. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this visible. All right, or which one should we make visible? Yeah, let's make this visible and drag and drop inside the folder. Sorry, I was supposed to reverse this. So the black supposed to be at the bottom, white supposed to be at the top. So I'm going to hit Control I to do that. And I'll convert this to a smart object and hold on Alt and make this bigger. And we can just, move this up a little bit like so. This supposed to be behind this. Yeah, like that. Then I'm going to add a layer mask to this and select the brush tool and fade this side of the image and drag this again and drop inside the group and make it visible. Convert to smart objects, activate the free transform and make this bigger, and this should be above this like that. All right. Yeah. So, but there's something going on here. We're supposed to have these lighter parts here. Why? Because if you look at the glass, we have this light effect around on this side of the glass. So the side where we have the light effect, the sunlight effect, is where we're supposed to make brighter in our project. So what I'll do is shift select these two layers here and activate the free transform. Right click and flip horizontal like that. Good. Then I'll go straight. Sorry, this need to balance like that. Good. So I'll go straight to the sky folder. All right. So I'll look for the sun. So let's see. Okay. So I think this is supposed to be above this. Okay. See what we're going to do. Let's look for sun sky. Yeah, let's go with this. So I'll drag this and drop like that. And let's see if I move this here and move this above this. So we're going to make this, bigger like that. Unity is very important in graphic design. Making it look like your elements belong together is very, very important. So I'm going to blend this. So I've added a layer mask to this, and sorry, my flow is too low. So I'm going to make that, crack that up like that, and fade this in, like that. So the reason why I have that sunlight there is because of the lights that I have on the glass. Okay. Then the other thing that I believe that the designer was supposed to add to the project is an image of a cow, not strawberry. So I'm going to go to Google now, and this should come out here. I'm going to convert this to a smart object and make this smaller, like that. And then I'm going to add a layer mask to this so that the brush tool and select the grass. I have this grass brush. All right. And I'm going to use that to, delete the part of the cow to make it look like, yes, the cow is part of the projects. Okay. So the other thing we need to do is to now apply shadow, which is very important. So since our light is on this side of the project, then our shadow should face this side here. So what I'll do is to switch to black and make this flat like that. And then, oops. So this is the part where, okay, so I don't want to use my graphics tablet because I know some of you don't have that. Okay. Still going to turn this down. Maybe it's because I'm using, okay, yes. So my shadow should face this angle like that. So yeah, so it should face here. Like so. It shouldn't be that long. All right. So I'll use the eraser tool to just fine tune this. Okay. Fine tune it. I need to rotate this a bit like so. So I'm going to double click on the layer to activate my layer style here, and I'm going to blend this because we need to have the texture from the grass on the like, shadow. All right, so I'm going to move this. No, sorry. Let's move from this side. We'll hold on Alt, split the slider, and move this here and move this here like that. Yeah, that's good. Then all right, so then the next thing is to now apply curve and do the S curve like that. All right, like so. All right, then this front grass here, I'm gonna add field blur to it. So I'll go to filter, go to blur gallery and say field blur. All right, because this particular one is close to us, so we need to make it look like it's out of focus like that. All right, then I'm going to select the OK button. Then for the cow, we also need to change the the visibility of the cow, because yeah, the cow is far from the the glass, so we need to just apply soft blur to it, not too much, just one. Like no, it should be one. All right, then I'm going to select the OK button like that. Then yeah, so for the glass, all right, we now need to do some balancing of the lights on the glass. So for the glass now, I'm going to add a curve. I select the clip icon here and then move this down like so and hit Control I. Then I'm going to select the brush tool, go to my brush settings here and switch to white, and then bring this back. I'm going to just bring back the curve like that. And for this, still going to activate curve again, select the clip icon and move this up and hit Control I again. And this time we are going to make this side of the project really bright like that. All right. So then if you like, you can add a shiny effect to the project, but that's not really compulsory. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is to now add a shadow. So the shadow we're going to add now should be so I'm going to switch to soft blush here and move this here. So since our light is from this side here, then our shadow should face this angle. So I think this should be above this. Am I right? Good. So we're supposed to put the shadow here. Okay. I'm going to switch back to my normal brush size and then apply the shadow here. Okay. Then hit the razor tool and then softly fade this in like so. Okay. Let's strip this. Sorry, that's too much. So we can now blend it this again by double clicking on the layer to activate the layer style. And let's see if we move it. No, so it should be this. So hold on Alt and like that and change this to multiply. Yes. Don't forget to change it to multiply. Yeah, like that. And for this side of the glass, we can pick a color from here and then softly apply it here. Okay, to really make the shadow on the grass reflect on the glass like that. And for the cow, all right, the cow needs to be behind. Sorry, I think I'm not sure this is supposed to be here. Yes, so for this, it need to be behind this like so. And I'm going to select a new layer and just call this layer fog. So because we need to create distance here, the cow is not really the focus. The cow is just there to, to just spice the project. Pick the color from the cow and then softly apply this here. Okay. And the other thing we can do for the cow is to apply levels. So I'm trying to create distance here. I'm trying to make it look like the cow is far from us. All right. So this should come here and this should go down there. All right. So let's add our text and we're done. So I'm going to be very fast with the adding of the text so you guys can see how I play with my lettering. Okay. All right. So this is the after, and I'm going to share why I came up with this layout here. So contrast is very important in fact, contrast is king. Contrast is what really give life to every element you use in your project. So what I did here is to make sure that I use contrast to project every information that I have in the project. If you look at this upper part here, you notice I have this blue sky color and I have the text on top of it. So the reason why I decided to make this part of the sky more darker is because of this information that I placed here. All right, so I'm starting from top to bottom here now. Then for the title, all right, if I place the title at the top here, because of the white color, it's going to be difficult for people to see. You can still put your title at the top here. And what you now need to do is to change the color so that it will stand out on the sky. But in the case where we already have this texture, I'm talking of the grass texture, the busyness on the perfect here, making your title have another color with the sky is going to make the project heavy. So I decided to still maintain the white color and place it on the grass so that the contrast on the title and the background is going to really pop and help making the title more visible to the eye. Then, because I know the price tag, I know I'm going to make it this small, I decided to use a color that reads fast, which is red. All right, because as you can see here, it looks as if I'm hiding the price tag. So I decided to use the red color to really help make focus go to it and, make it draw people's attention. Okay, then the part of the placing the venue here, there's two things I did here. Number one is the separating the venue from the other information that we have in the project. And there's a reason for this. Because I know I'm going to make the size of the venue, the phone number with the social media smaller, I decided to create a frame with a dark value color and then place the information on it. The color I use on this information here is from the sun image that we have in the background. All right. So because I know that, yes, because I know it's going to be difficult for people to see the social media and do if I use the same color with the venue, I decided to use the darker value of this same color to create space and make people know that, yes, this information you have here is the social media handle. So let's go straight to the eye movement in the project here now. The first thing I used to draw the people's attention, the first level of hierarchy in this project is the perfect. All right, is the perfect. So this is going to be the first thing that the people see. Then the second thing they see is this. I know so many of you will be wondering, but Ceasar, this is not as big as the title. Yes, this is the second thing they see because images are attention grabber. No matter how small you make them, they will surely draw attention. So this is the first thing that people see. Then this will now be the third. All right, this is the third thing they see. This is the fourth thing that people see. Now you see how I'm able to control the movement of the eye of my viewers in the project. So for the number 3, they see this together. And the reason why the viewers are going to see these two together is because this is close to the title. All right, so this is the number 4. Then this this is the number 5. And I'll tell you why this is the number 5. You see this guy here, all right, is close to all this information we have here. So this is going to be the number 5, and this is going to be the number 6. And that's it. So this is the after, and this is the before.